How's it going, folks? My name's Luke Fantoon, and I'm an ostomate. And I want to talk to you about Ostomy Canada's fundraising campaign, Step Up for Ostomy, which culminates on October 4th with walkathons and things of that nature. Some people are going to do it in mobility scooters. Me, I can't walk very far, so I can't participate in the walk itself. But I want to get across to you some of what Ostomy Canada is about and my experience as an ostomate. I got my ostomy in 2015. I had cancer of the prostate and bladder and urethra. It had become invasive. My bladder cancer became invasive in 2012, and when undiagnosed by my urologist at the time, and when he retired in 2015, I was referred to Dr. Alvaro Ramirez of Sarnia, and he recommended that I have this surgery. It was either that or I'd be dead in 2 years. So basically, Dr. Ramirez saved my life. I have tremendous respect for the man. And what I have is called a urostomy with ileal bypass. I had a radical cystectomy with ileal bypass. Now, the ileal is a portion which joins your small intestine, large intestine. And so my ureters, which run from your kidneys normally to your bladder, run to the ilia, and the ilia protrudes out of my lower abdomen, and I basically pee out of that because I don't have a bladder, I don't have a prostate, I don't have a urethra. So I've had that since 2015. I have to say that when I first got this, even though I had wonderful support from my wife and kids, it was still pretty lonely. Yeah, I had support from a health nurse who came in and taught me how to change my appliances, but there wasn't any emotional support or anything of that nature. Now we have a group in Chatham, which we didn't have at the time. It's called Ostomy Chatham, and you can find it on Facebook. And believe it or not, we have 61 members. Did you know that there are 165,000 ostomates in Canada and 13,000 new ostomates every single year? So it's not a small group. It's not a small problem. It's a big problem. And it covers all age groups, all the way from newborns to adults. Newborns can be born with Hirschsprung disease, which is a genetic defect where portions of the large bowel don't have nerve endings, and therefore the bowel cannot push the stool out of the body. And I remember when I was a parent, well, still am a parent. That goes all the way to being a great grandparent right now. But anyway, I changed the diapers on every one of my kids. And yeah, it was a stinky job. And a messy job. But going back and thinking about it, that was the best sign I had of my children being healthy. Unfortunately, I had a grandson who was born with Hirschsprung's disease. Now, he didn't need an ostomy, thank God. Surgery corrected the problem for him. But one of every 5,000 births in Canada is a Hirschsprung's case. In children. It only occurs in children. If you're an adult, you're not going to get Hirschsprung's. it's usually caught at birth. Out of those 5,000 children, 56% approximately are going to need an ostomy. Most of them is temporary because ostomies can be reversed in some cases, not mine. But 14% of those children who require ostomies will have a permanent ostomy. That means they're going to have it for the rest of their lives. So Ostomy Canada has this great camp program that they send ostomy children to. I think that's the thing I like the best about Ostomy Canada, to be honest with you. But they do other things. Like I said, it's a very lonely place to be when there's no support around you. Yeah, your wife can help you and stuff like that, but it's not the same as having somebody who has the same thing as you talk to you and give you encouragement, right? Answer questions and talk about their problems and your problems and kind of come to common solutions. So Ostomy Canada, first of all, starts with the local organizations, and a lot of places don't have them. A lot of places don't have ostomy associations within their local community. So what can Ostomy Canada do? Well, it's very simple. They have webinars. They send out newsletters in support of ostomies. Ostomy Canada also, when I first had my ostomy, I had to fight to get a tax deduction as for being disabled. Actually, they recommend at the time that I write a letter with my application to the government to emphasize my need to get a disability deduction of my income tax. Now, ostomies do get a grant in Ontario. Get a grant, and it's a little over $900 a year, roughly $450, roughly in there. I can't remember the exact number. $450 every 6 months, but that barely covers half of what it costs. I'm just talking about basic costs. If I follow the instructions given by my ostomy nurse, I have to change my appliance every 4 days. And trust me, it works out to well more than double what I get in grants. Now, when you look at people with other disabilities, they can get appliances they're funded through the Ontario Disability grants. But theirs is a percentage. They pay 25% of the cost of their appliance, of whatever they need. If you need a wheelchair, it's 25. You pay 25%. If you have an hearing aid, you pay 25%. Ostomies pay more than half of what it costs to have it for their appliances. So, Ostomy Canada Society advocates for ostomies at the provincial level as well. So that's very important. But anyway, I hope that I've impressed upon you the absolute necessity to raise funds for Ostomy Canada. Now, I know in today's economic times that not everybody can afford The cost of groceries. I mean, my wife and I go through it too. We know what the cost of groceries are, and we're sitting there, my God, how can a family of four survive in today's society with the cost of groceries? But you can contribute whatever you can afford. If it's $1, fantastic. It's $1 more than what we would have had you not done so. 100 people donating $1 is $100. That's a lot of money to some people. It is to me. Or you want to donate $10 or $25 or $100. I leave that up to you. Just help us. Help us to support each other. Support those poor children who have to have ostomies. You know, support us old geezers who have ostomies. I'm not asking for myself. I'm asking for all the other ostomates here in Canada. So, I want to thank you for your support, and I'll see you again. Thank you.